Lovely. So welcome to our week 8 of the digital inclusion sessions. It's going quite quick, I think, week 8. I up to week 12, so we've got a few left, just a few bits to cover, and then I was going to be on for a few weeks just for questions and going over anything that we've done previously, like that. So I'll share my screen with you and we shall crack on. Here we go. My internet has been particularly slow. Apologies if it all goes a bit awry. Everyone see that okay? You're all right with that?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, lovely. So this week we're going to do about online banking and e-commerce, so online shopping. Just some tips and tricks, things you can do that keep yourself safe online, places to go for information, and I've got a couple of extra bits to add in. I was on a cyber security awareness webinar this morning, so that, you know, just a couple of bits from there that came up again. So we're going to be trying to understand how to conduct financial transactions online, including online banking, paying your bills, shopping, that kind of thing. And we're looking at e-commerce platforms and understanding how to make secure online purchases. Okay, so online banking, these are just 5 of the top ones that I had a look at. Banks out there, there are building societies, there are, you know, online banks now that they don't have a branch, you just do everything online. But I'm hoping with this you'll kind of get an idea, you know, of what your bank can provide. It's a little bit tricky, a lot like last week's session on the digital healthcare, because obviously your banking is your own private thing, so I can't log on to show you specifically where to go, what to do, how to do it. I don't want to share my online banking details, you don't want to share yours, so this is just like an overview of what you can do and how you can do it. If you have specific questions and you trust me to go through it with you, absolutely, I'm more than happy to do that. But we'll talk about it a little bit more as we go through. Okay. So starting with Barclays, I've put a couple of links up there, and just a screenshot of their help and support page. Barclays seem to be really on top of things. The help and support looks amazing. I had a little look over the website, and they also do something called Digital Wings. Have either of you heard of this? You have,
yeah,
Alison.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you mentioned it some time ago, actually.
Yeah, so it's something they've put on, and it's a series of like webinars, I guess, that you can watch and be involved in, but on different topics, so they can help you, you know, if you've got questions about savings or investments, or what you need to do to open a bank, if you're worried about fraud, if you're, you know, anything, budgeting, and, you know, all of those kind of things. They give you just a really good, I suppose, foundation of banking well and looking after your money. But if you use that link again, I can put the link in the follow-on email. There's loads you can look through there, and I didn't see that you had to log in to use the digital wings. I think that's open to anyone. For specifics on your bank accounts or savings accounts, something, obviously you have to have an account and you have to log into it and, you know, do all of the security. But for just the help and advice, it looked like anyone can do it, which is great, I think, really helpful. But yeah, they do have a good help and support section on their website as well that was easy to follow. You search it up. They've got a search function, or you can look on their help and support and all the categories and just click the link and it takes you on and on. Okay. NatWest, much the same. So these have got online learning. Again, very similar to Barclays. There are videos and blogs and things that you can watch and read that will help with specific things if you want to protect yourself from fraud, or if there's certain topics that you want to learn more about, there is that on NatWest. Their help and support is put down into categories. So there is a support centre, security and fraud, help with your product, so your particular bank account. I did a screenshot of help with everyday banking. It's got on there, how to use their app, how to register for it, how to, download it, how to register for online banking, all of these things on there. Also help with cost of living. And then there's also the link for the Learning with NatWest on that website. Halifax, again, there's lots of online support. I didn't find anything specific to learning through Halifax. I may have been looking in the wrong place, but I did see on their like their help and support section of their website, there's a really nice bit about support and well-being. And when I looked at it, it was things you could advice you could get from them if you're worried about debt, or if you're worried about gambling, or if you're worried, about your spending and you're going over your limits and things. So it's more your well-being, as well as this is how you use the account, this is how you use the app. Okay, which I thought was really nice, actually, that there was extras, your mental health side of things as well when it comes to money, which is really important. Lloyds, again, lots of online support. There's help and guidance. Everyday banking, you can narrow it down. So if you want support just with mortgages or something, you can do that. Again, to do anything specific, you need to have an account and you need to have login for online banking, which isn't, always. It's very good that the security is so tight, keeps everyone safe and keeps your money safe. But when you're trying to do something like this and show people and teach people how to use it, it's a little bit tricky because I can't actually specifically do it for you, but we'll try, we'll do our best. HSBC, again, a really extensive help section on their website, and they've also got a wellbeing section there, which is really nice for financial health and support. So again, if you're worried about your spending, if you're worried about debt, if if there's a gambling issue, if there's anything like that, as well as the services and the security that they provide. And again, you can narrow it down. So if it's something on savings or credit cards or whatever it is, that seems to work really well. And also the other thing about the online banking, if you are struggling with either banking online or downloading an app or over the phone, anything like that, if you can get to a branch, an actual physical branch, and go in, all of the places now have like digital champions. They've got people in the branch that can sit down and go through it all with you. So if you do have specific questions, you can go into your bank and ask them. And also on all of the websites, there's a section for contact us. So there's the phone number, there's email addresses. They might take you to frequently asked questions that might help. There's also, I don't know whether you've been anywhere that you've seen it before. So sometimes when you're on a website, like a little chat box pops up. and it's like a live chat, so you can put a question in there and ask someone. As long as you're happy that the website you're on is the legitimate website, I think you're good to go. Okay, so again, same things as we've said before when we were talking about security. Don't necessarily follow links. Put in the website yourself and go to the one that you know is trusted and that works properly. Okay, is there any questions on the banking side of things?
I've used both. When I first started internet banking years ago, didn't have a clue. And I went into branch and they did everything for me and explained it all. And then more recently, when I got scammed,
yes,
I went in and they reset everything for me, and they were absolutely fabulous. They were great on the phone, and they were also great actually in the branch.
Yeah, that's really good news, Wendy. And I think they want to help. Yeah, perfect.
Didn't know about things.
Yeah, that's it. I think the people that work there want the best for you anyway, and they want to keep everything secure and safe. So yeah, my experience as well, whenever I've had a problem in branch, is always really helpful. Which is great, isn't it? It's nice, particularly when everything is going so digital. It's nice to have that one-to-one in-person contact as well, just as a bit of reassurance.
What are we going to do when all the branches shut?
I know. Don't talk about it, Wendy. Don't talk about it. It's not immediate. We're okay. We're okay. The other thing I was going to just say about the banking is for a lot of places now, I know I do it with mine, they've got a specific app that you can download that you then log into and things. And on there, again, they'll be able to help, or, you know, find someone that you trust to talk you through it if you struggle. But you can set up direct debits, you can set up standing orders, regular payments to things. So if you know you've got, I don't know, an electricity bill that needs to come out every month, you can set those up. They normally go through the company, and then the company will fill out paperwork and, you know, get you to sign everything to say, yes, I want to set up a standing order or a direct debit with you. And then you can check all of those things on the app or on the online banking and stuff. So yeah, it just makes it all a little bit easier, especially if you are finding it difficult for whatever reason to get out of the house or into a branch or to see someone, you know, in person. Is everyone all right with that?
Yep.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
you're okay. Like I say, it's a bit of a whiz through that one, but it's tricky to do specifics when obviously I can't actually log in to show you. But let me know if anything comes up that you need help with. So a bit about online shopping. We all love a bit of online shopping. I'm quite bad for, well, I'll just have a look. Oh, they've got a sale. Lovely. Oh, lovely. You get a million parcels. You're like, oh God, what have I done now? What have I ordered? So yeah, an e-commerce platform is basically just software that allows businesses to create and manage online shops, product catalogs, manage stock, process payments, and customize how the website looks. So it sounds, you know, I saw it and thought, oh, that sounds all a bit fancy. An e-commerce platform. Oh, it's just what they use to make the website look nice and manage everything. Simple as. So it's a tool that helps businesses coordinate the consumer's relationship with the online seller at the most basic level, which is, to be honest, what I need, particularly today. E-commerce platforms provide the ability to search, add to a basket and pay for the product that you're looking at. Does that make sense? Everyone all right? Yeah. That's good. So these are just some common websites that you might do a bit of shopping on. I've put the supermarkets on there for your online deliveries, Boots, pharmacies, Superdrug, Amazon obviously is a huge one. Marks and Spencer, I did notice, I was actually in store the other day and they had a bit of a sale on, and I thought, oh, I'll just see that when I get home. I'll just have a little look. So yeah, but I think most places now have a website that you can order from. So this was just a little selection that I picked, but you know, anywhere, any clothes shops, any food shops, anything at all, you know, Iceland deliver, Morrison's deliver. There's something for everywhere. I know places like Aldi, also, although they don't deliver, you can order online and then do like a click and collect, things like that. So there's loads of options. How do we feel about online shopping?
Love
Do you
it.
like it? Yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, I love it too.
It's so convenient, isn't it? It's
Yep.
so easy. And again, lots of these places have their own apps now. So you can just download an app onto your phone and, you know, while I'm waiting to pick the boys up from school, I might have a quick look on this, or, you know, Amazon quick deliveries, and, you know, yeah, it's dangerous. It's
I think my
dangerous.
worst at the moment is Vinted.
Oh, Vinted is amazing. I love it. I forgot about Vinted. I put eBay look and I forgot about Vinted. Do you buy or sell, Wendy?
Bit of both.
Ooh, nice. That's good stuff.
But I don't put the money in my bank. I keep it in my account so I can buy something else.
Perfect. See, so then really you're not really spending money.
Exactly.
Oh, I like your thinking, Wendy. That's genius. I love it. Okay, so these are just some top tips, just to make sure that you are keeping safe online. Obviously, again, it's very difficult to show you everything that you have to do to buy things online. I think the important thing is to keep safe, make sure it's a trusted retailer that you're happy with, that the website is the right website for that place. And you can make sure that your connection is secure. I don't know if everyone knows about this, but when you look on a website, you know, the little bar along the top with the web address in, as long as it starts with the HTTPS, and like there's a colon and a slash and a slash, and then also along there's like a little padlock, a little picture of a padlock. That means that is secure. You're going to be looked after. They're going to look after your stuff. That's great. If it doesn't have that, obviously it's your choice whether or not you buy from it, but it may not be particularly secure. Okay. Just a quick reminder again about passwords. On this webinar I was on this morning, I was listening to, and they did a little poll and we all had to put which one we thought was the, you know, most secure password, and most of us got it wrong. So you really have to, the best one they said was just 3 random words, which I think was spoken about when we had the Jess come from the police. She said it, didn't she? That just 3 random words, throw some numbers in and a couple of symbols, you know, exclamation mark, percentage sign, whatever, and it makes a big difference. The longer your password, the better, and the more random it is, the better. Capital letters throw in there as well, just to kind of make it a little bit trickier. It's also a really good idea to set up, particularly on like your emails, or if you use a site regularly, your banking, a 2-step verification. So you have your login and your password, and then then you get a little message maybe to say, oh, we've emailed your email address you've given us, please type in the code. And so it's just an extra step of security, which, you know, is really important. And also take time, have a little peruse of everything, make sure you get a good deal, compare prices, read reviews before you do. And this, I have to remind myself quite often, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. You might think, Vicky, you're being a genius and getting an amazing deal, and then you get it and it's, you know, goodness knows. It's like those, there have been people that have ordered from online and they've gone, oh, I need a chest of drawers for my bedroom or something. And they've gone on and they go, oh my God, that's so cheap. That's amazing. Definitely, I'll buy one of those. It's incredible. And when it comes, it's like this big for a, for a doll's house. So make sure you read everything, check sizes, check colours, check everything. And if it seems too good to be true, yeah, it probably is. If you can, I know not everybody has a credit card. If you do have one, and if you can, they are just a little bit, they offer just a bit more protection from just instead of just your debit card. Which if you were caught by anything that wasn't real, it just makes it a little bit easier to kind of dispute charges or get your money back, things like that. So if it's a really big purchase, you know, if you're able to, but again, that having a credit card comes with lots of other things that you need to think about before you get one. So yeah, it's just a bit of advice. And also regularly check your statements, your bank statements. I'm not very good at this until I check and I go to do something else and it, you know, there's not something looks a bit dodgy, or I think, oh my God, what on earth was that I've paid on that day? I didn't go anywhere that day. What are you talking about? So yeah, so always check your statements for anything that looks unusual for you, that you can't remember, anything that looks unauthorized. There might be a weird amount. It might just be scammers to having a little test just to see, and then they might come back and try something a little bit bigger or something. So always check that. If there's anything that you are concerned about, talk to your bank. They will be able to trace a payment. It might take them a little while, but talk to them immediately and they'll be able to help with any luck. Anything else that you can think of that we should add in there? Have I missed anything, do you think?
I think so. Sorry. Go on, Wendy.
No, I was just saying I don't think so.
Okay.
I think the only thing I'll think about is it's a bit of a pain, but you're quite often given the option to save your credit card or banking details on the website so that it's quicker the next time.
Yeah.
And I try not to.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Each time, or use Apple Pay.
Yeah.
Or PayPal or something like that, and so that you're not holding stuff on your device.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. I do the same, and it always says, would you like to save? I was like, no, thank you. I'm fine. But yeah, you're right. It is a bit of a faff typing it in every time, but if it keeps you safer, or if you know, if you feel better doing it, then absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Lovely. So you've done all the right things, but somehow they still get you. So what do we do if the worst happens? Let me just move that. So as soon as you see anything that is different, that shouldn't be there, that you're not happy with, contact your bank immediately. And you will need to let them know that you suspect a scam, or it was a fraudulent purchase, or, you know, a dodgy website, whatever it is. Ask if they can help get your money back, especially if you paid by the credit card. Again, that would just be a little bit easier, but they will definitely help whatever your situation. Review the statement for any unauthorized transactions, and also don't just look at the most recent. You know, look back a little bit, because like I say, they might try just doing a weird little amount just to see if you've noticed it, and so it's worth keeping an eye and looking back as well. And be prepared to give them details about the purchase. So you need the website, order number, any relevant information, when you did it, the time, you know, anything at all. If you've had confirmation emails from them, anything, keep it all together and pass it all on. You can also report the scam to Action Fraud. Action Fraud is the UK's national reporting centre, and you can contact them online or by calling the number. And again, include as much information as possible. Everything, web address, product, order number. If you've had emails from the seller, particularly things like eBay and stuff, where you can message back and forward with the seller. Keep all of that stuff. Ask them for a crime reference number. That'll be really helpful when you go through to your bank and say, I need help getting all this back. And also take security measures. If you suspect your account has been compromised, always change your password straight away. Check bank statements again, and credit reports. Things can show up that you might not notice, that make a big difference to your credit score. Any suspicious activity, and again, if you see anything, then you can take steps like contacting your bank, contacting the police, Action Fraud, anything. And just be vigilant. So make sure that when you are purchasing online, or when you're looking at websites, that you're happy that they are the right website, that they are legitimate. So you kind of keep away from potential scams and phishing attempts to get your information before it's even got anywhere, and just to keep yourself safe online, which obviously is the thing we want to do the most. We want to keep everyone as safe as possible. Wendy, do you mind me asking, when you had to contact, did you use Action Fraud?
Yep.
Yeah. And were they good with you?
They were fantastic.
Yeah, amazing. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Any questions about where to go, what you need to do? No. I mean, if you get completely muddled in the moment, because it's pretty stressful if you suddenly see, oh my God, my money's gone, what's going on? Or I've paid a fortune for this and it's been 6 months and I still haven't received it, or just go to the police. They'll be able to point you in the right direction, or your bank, and they'll be able to help. Absolutely. Anything else that you'd like me to go over about that part of things? No, it's a bit of a whistle-stop tour, isn't it? But it's would it be helpful to look on websites to do online banking, or online banking, online shopping? But I think if you're both quite savvy with it.
I don't know about savvy, I just do it a lot.
Oh, that's great. I love it. So yeah, any questions about any of it, about the online banking or security or shopping, anything like that?
Why can't you print bank statements off on a phone app?
It's probably all to do with security. They will need to double check that you are who you say you are. So it's just an extra level. Like if you go in or you ring up and request a bank statement, or if you go into the branch and ask them to print it out for you, they'll do extra security checks just to make sure you are who you are, which is probably a little bit trickier to do on an app.
Sorry, Danny's gone to bed. I've got a phone call come through. No
worries, love, that's fine. Yeah, is there anything else then you wanted to ask?
Not on this, thank you. But I did wonder, are we going to have a session on AI now that Wendy says it's brilliant?
Oh my goodness, I can do. Yeah, we'll go into it. Why not?
I've stayed well clear.
Yeah. The other thing that I just wanted to say from this morning, so I've mentioned about the passwords and having 3 random words, throw in some numbers, throw in some symbols. Also about cookies on websites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the companies use cookies to get your information, and there are different levels of what they ask you for. If you give everything, they'll literally take everything. So if at all possible, and again, it might be a bit of a faff having to go into the settings and doing it that way, but really you only really want to agree to essential cookies. And that's just things that they take from your interaction on their website to make sure that their website is working properly. They won't then keep any of your personal stuff. So if you can avoid accepting all cookies, do that. Only accept the absolutely essential ones. That'd be
If
great.
there's the option, I just decline all.
Yeah.
And if the website doesn't work as well as it could do, then tough. I've not really noticed. So
exactly, you don't want to be giving away your information just for them to use, or whatever. So yeah, it's just an extra level of keeping yourself safe. That was all. I'd written it down, and I'm glad I looked to double check that everyone's got it. That's okay. The dates today obviously is a little bit different. I'm not about on Thursday. I've swapped a day off. We've got a family event going on, but then we're back to normal on Thursdays. So the next session will be on the 17th in person. Again, if you can't join us in person, let me know and I can send you the link to join online. And then our next one in April will be the 24th for our week 9, which is very exciting. We're getting there.
I can't make the 17th at all because we're in Edinburgh seeing my
lovely.
My oldest son, not seen him since before New Year. I don't know where the time goes.
Oh my gosh, it just flies, doesn't it, Alison? It really does.
It does. And they both work in hospitality, so trying to get a week when they've got time off together so we can see both of them is really difficult.
My goodness. Oh, well, you have a lovely, lovely time.
Thank you.
That Thursday, the 17th, is the day after I get back from a little holiday on the Isle of Wight.
Nice.
So yes, so that will be lovely. Have a little catch up with everyone.
Absolutely. And you can tell me all the nice places to go because we're going to the Isle of Wight in June.
Oh yes, I'll let you know. I'm very excited about it. Can't wait. And just so that everyone's got it, there's all my details. I'm sure you've got them all. I was going to ask, actually, while we're on here, is there anything I can do for the WhatsApp group to make it better for you? Is there anything? Do you want me to put extra things on there? Do you want me to leave it alone so that just we answer if someone wants to ask something, or what? Anything? Are we okay?
I'm okay with it as it is.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Lovely. Thanks, team.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I'm going to stop sharing. As always, I will send the link round again with a little follow-up email, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Let me know. Thank you. Let me know if you need anything for anything else that I haven't covered yet. I'll think about AI, Alison. Get it on there. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, everyone.
No worries.
We'll see you soon.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.